Hello and welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. As we welcome and look forward to the season of fall and new things to come, we're also in the season of celebrating our brave fellow men and women who have served and are serving our great nation during National Veterans Month. Each November, Americans across the nation take pride in honor and observance of our current and past military service men and women. During National Veterans and Military Families Month, we also celebrate the loved ones of our country's men and women in uniform and recognize the sacrifices they make in support of our nation's heroes. We visited the East County Transitional Living Center located in El Cajon, California, where the lives of homeless men and women are being transformed.
To be homeless means that you've lost your community. Most homeless people on the street, although they're all huddled together, one tent after another tent, they're not in community. They're actually worried about the guy next door to them or the gal next door to them stealing from them and taking all their goods. East County Transitional Living Center, also known as ECTLC, is a community where we take homeless people off the streets and bring them into our community. We serve a little over 400 people, men, women, and children every day who were formerly homeless and now are in our residential programs. We work them through the program, we get them jobs, we get them back into life. We teach them basic things, hygiene, when to get up in the morning, how to do a 40-hour week. Most homeless people, if you gave them a job, they'd fail. They wouldn't have the proper tools to be a good employee or to become an employer.
They're not just talking the talk, they walk the walk. Every single day they show up against all odds, finding people that are in the worst shape, in the worst condition, the worst possible time of their life, and then taking the time and energy to find the humanity in that human being and turn them around.
We have every class you can imagine as far as anger management, substance abuse, health, even banking. We have GED preparation, we have GED testing. We even have community college and whatnot that they can get into. What we do here is we give them the opportunity for on-the-job experience. When we send them out to contractors or send them out to office work, send them down to Jensen Meats, Petco, wherever we send them, they are getting work therapy training. In their work therapy training, they're learning how to report to a supervisor, how to become a supervisor, how to be a good employee. We take no government funding for anything. 85% of the revenue that's generated to operate the facilities is all derived by the program members themselves. One of the most important things that we have in our business model is our relationships with our community members. Subaru of El Cajon has been a tremendous partner.
It's important, I think, for not only Subaru of El Cajon, but everybody to help organizations like East County Transitional Living Center because they're literally doing the work that so many people can't do. They are taking people off the street, they're teaching their kids, they're finding them jobs, they're finding them places to live. They are literally transitioning someone from nothingness to a life full of joy. And if that's not something worth giving about, then I don't know what is.
One of the things you don't want to do, and I know it's tough to hear, you don't want to enable a homeless person to remain homeless, which means go feed them. You're really not loving them by enabling them to stay in the position that they're in. So if you're out there and you see a homeless person and you want to try to help them, give to your local charity.
ECTLC is not just a shelter, but a community and a place where miracles happen every day, thanks to the dedication of its staff and volunteers, along with the support of donors and community partners. ECTLC hopes that you'll join their mission to change lives. Contact them by going to ectlc.org to build hope for the homeless today. I'll be right back with Doing More after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at Fighter Country Foundation at Luke Air Force Base celebrating our brave military men and women during National Veterans and Military Families Month. Did you know former President Donald Trump issued a proclamation declaring all of November as a month to honor American veterans and military families, and efforts to extend traditional Veterans Day celebrations, proclaiming National Veterans and Military Families Month. Now let's take a look how the San Diego Food Bank brings food and security during increased demand and prepares for the holidays.
Food insecurity is defined as not having sufficient resources to buy food either for yourself or for your family. Folks who are food insecure struggle with not having enough food to eat because maybe they lost their jobs or maybe they are in between homes, unsheltered. It is important to not be able to just look at one person as being food insecure, but really looking at them as it could be anyone. The San Diego Food Bank has been around for over 40 years. We have 2 locations, one in the Miramar area and one in the Vista area. We have volunteers at our Miramar facility and our Vista facility helping us run food distributions, helping us pack food to be able to meet that increased demand. Our job is to help procure food here locally for San Diego County residents to make sure that no one is going to bed hungry. The COVID pandemic impacted the San Diego region and the San Diego Food Bank in ways that we could have never imagined. Prior to the pandemic, the food bank was serving 350,000 people every single month. Now, we see numbers reach as high as 600,000 people per month. So we went from spending, on average, $1 million a year on food to now having spent more than $16 million on food purchases to meet that increased demand. It has been a huge increase almost overnight, and the food bank and our community have all had to step up in order to meet that increased demand. Accessing food from the San Diego Food Bank is very simple. We try to remove all barriers to access food so that folks do have the needed resources in order to receive their food. So we remove those barriers here at the San Diego Food Bank by allowing folks to go to food distributions that are in and around their neighborhoods. A lot of our distributions right now are operating as drive-through distributions, so they are safe to attend if you are concerned with getting out of your vehicle and walking into a food pantry. There are many ways to support the San Diego Food Bank and our North County Food Bank chapter this holiday season. You can volunteer at any of our distributions. You can host a virtual food drive. You can even host an in-person food drive. During the holidays, we make it so easy by partnering with Vons and Albertsons. You can go to any one of their stores throughout the San Diego region and buy a $5 bag, which will come back to the San Diego Food Bank and help us to continue to feed those 600,000 people every single month. The San Diego Food Bank needs your continued support. Please visit our website at sandiegofoodbank.org, and there you will see all of the different ways that you too can get involved.
We also visited Jolla Cosmetic, where their goal is to help people achieve well-being externally and internally while being a community supporter. Take a look.
I've always knew that I want to become a plastic surgeon. I always knew that I want to be a doctor. I always knew that I want to help people. So Jolla Cosmetic is a premier aesthetic practice here in San Diego. We've been providing our services for 34 years. We are the most awarded aesthetic practice in San Diego. At Jolla Cosmetic, we try to help people achieve well-being, and we feel that it's not only important to look good, but also feel good inside. And that's actually something that's really important for us. And honestly, what a better opportunity to help my community as being a supporter of an organization such as Las Patronas.
The mission of Las Patronas is to provide financial assistance to local nonprofits that are providing valuable community services in the areas of health, education, social services, and cultural arts. Jolla Cosmetic has been one of our biggest supporters at Las Patronas, so we couldn't do what we do without their support. The Jewel Ball is one of the most long-standing philanthropic events that happens in San Diego, and it's been held here at the La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club for 75 years. 750 to 800 guests. It's all black tie, so everyone's dressed up in their finest, and it's sort of the who's who of San Diego that comes to the Jewel Ball.
People can buy tickets to come and attend the event. There's many ways as well to contribute. If you don't feel like coming to the event, you can always donate an item. There's a silent auction, there's raffle tickets. So many ways you can contribute and give back to the community. It's wonderful. Every time we're, as Las Patronas, being able to hand out a grant, it just feels amazing. You feel the need and you see the need because we go to visit each grant applicant. So once they receive the funds, it's very gratifying. And that's why we're here, and I think that's what's made the Las Patronas very successful throughout the years.
We're so grateful to have La Jolla Cosmetic as one of our supporters, and we hope that there will be other businesses that will also see the good that we're doing in the community and want to assist us as well.
So La Jolla Cosmetic, it's all about helping our patients achieve their goals. Las Patronas actually helps our community achieve their goals. La Jolla Cosmetic, where dreams become real, and Las Patronas, changing lives in San Diego since 1946. It's a great partnership.
You can learn more about La Jolla Cosmetic by heading over to the website on your screen. We'll be right back.
Enjoy local stories from your community in the form of videos, articles, podcasts, live streams, and more. Find it all only at YurView.com.
Welcome back to Doing More. We shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're honoring our brave military men and women during National Veterans and Military Families Month here at Figher Country Foundation at Luke Air Force Base. Another major contributor to Figher Country Foundation's program is the Blue Blazer Squadron, an alumni association of Honorary Commanders Committee of Figher Country Foundation. The BBS at times will be called upon to provide personal and professional resources and talents who are ready to serve at a moment's notice when the need arises. They've become a tremendous support for the Luke Air Force Base community. While in San Diego, we also visited San Diego's leading investment advisory firm whose goal is to make clients happy and create successful communities. Take a look.
Wilsey Asset Management is an investment advisory firm registered with the SEC. We're a firm that's a fiduciary firm, and we manage, we're approaching about $500 million in assets for clients and businesses nationwide. Our business is important to our investors because we really are unbiased. We do better when our clients do better. You want to have a win-win situation. And I saw the same thing with charities. I see these charities that there are many times good causes that we want to be part of.
It's awesome to just be able to get involved and help other people in San Diego that really do need the help.
Some of the charities that we're involved in will include Cruise for Kids. This brings in the love of cars, but also too it helps out younger kids. I think it's about 25 different organizations that they give for and raise money for, and they do it also with fun. It's nice to raise money and have fun at the same time. Another organization that we really helped a lot was Children's Hospital. Many people see a street named after me in San Diego called Brent Wilsey Place. Well, this happened many years ago when I went to a charity function for Children's Hospital, and they had this little boy, I think he's about maybe 12 years old. I think he weighed about 40 pounds. This little boy went through, I believe, 10 or 12 surgeries. I said, whatever it takes, I will write a check for this boy. They named the street Brent Wilsey Place after me for that. But I didn't do it for that as much as I did for that little boy. A win-win situation. And there's also other organizations that we help as well in addition to those.
Kind of growing up and seeing how involved Brent was, my dad was in the community, it really rubbed me, I'm going to say in the right way. It really let me see how impactful you can be on different people's lives. I did kind of take that one step further, I would say, and actually did start my own charity. It's called the Fighters Fight Foundation. I started in honor of my aunt after she passed away from breast cancer, so that really hit home with me, and I wanted to do something to really honor her memory. What we do is we actually provide experiences to women that are battling stage 3 or stage 4 breast cancer, and really wanted to focus on that experience element because after my aunt passed from breast cancer, I mean, you look back on it and you say, gosh, I'd do anything to kind of have one more moment with that person. So what I wanted to do was give those families that opportunity to have that experience. Our charity is not just about providing the experiences for women, it's also too on educating people about taking the right steps when it comes to breast cancer awareness, because if you're able to catch that breast cancer at an early stage, I mean, the survival rate is, it's 99% over a 5-year period. It's so important to be able to just educate people. If you want to get involved in the foundation as well, you can contact us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook. You just look up Fighters Fight Foundation, you'll find us there. And also too, you can go to our website, fightersfightfoundation.com.
We also stopped by Alzheimer San Diego, serving the community and making a big difference. Take a look.
Every year we have our Walk for Alls. It takes place in October in Balboa Park. We love that day not only because it is our largest fundraiser of the year, which is so important, but also because it is such a large gathering of people. We've had as many as 3,000 people join us for the walk.
It's kind of a fun day. You get out into the nice weather and you're with a bunch of dedicated people that are just trying to promote the cause.
We're with other people that know what we went through and we know what they're going through, and it makes a big difference.
Alzheimer's can be very isolating, but when you're in a group of people who really understand and accept what might be happening, it's really a great sense of kinship and just kindness and community. It's a great day. We set up early in the morning in Balboa Park. We'll have water and a few snacks available for people. Celebrate those who are our largest fundraisers and have made the largest impact, but truly every person there makes a big impact. Alzheimer's San Diego is a 100% local organization to support the people in San Diego County living with dementia and those who help to care for them.
Alzheimer San Diego really provides so many services, and they're all free of charge.
We provide education classes. It could be anything from our Dementia 101 all the way to education helping families to deal with the late stages of Alzheimer's and dementia.
There are a lot of coping strategies and ways of dealing with stuff that aren't intuitive, and you'd never figure them out on your own.
They can figure out what you need and link you up with the resources that you might need. What that did for me was made me be able to cope better with the disease and know what to do to help my mother.
The most recent county numbers we have tell us that there are nearly 100,000 people in San Diego County that have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, and that's up from just 84,000 just 2 or 3 years ago. So that's a pretty big jump. Whereas there is not much right now in the way of treatment, and certainly there's no cure, the sooner you can get a diagnosis, the more opportunity you have to help yourself along the way.
The best advice I could give is to take advantage of the help that's out there.
You don't have to face this all alone. And Alzheimer's San Diego is there to provide all the help and support that you need to be able to cope with this disease.
Every dollar we raise stays in San Diego County to help our own neighbors who are dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia. We would love to have a bunch of new people get involved with the walk this year. And if you can't come out that day, you could certainly support one of the teams or just the organization through a donation. The best way to do that is to go to our website, alzsd.org. You can find out all the information about our walk as well as how to make a general donation to Alzheimer's San Diego.
What a great way of doing more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. We're celebrating National Veterans and Military Families Month here at Fighter Country Foundation at Luke Air Force Base. Our final stop was at Shelter to Soldier, located in San Diego, an organization helping post 9/11 combat veterans through the love of rescue dogs. Take a look.
Shelter to Soldier is 9 years young with a mission to save lives 2 at a time. We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge. The other side of this, of course, is the dogs. Sadly, roughly 1,800 of them euthanized every day.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter to Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
Most of the dogs that are in shelters for reasons like chewing on the couch or being too crazy with the kids are exactly the type of dog that we look for, because we can harness that energy into a really strong working service dog. From the time that we adopt a dog from a shelter or a rescue organization to the time that they graduate the program is about 12 to 18 months.
Dogs make such a huge difference for anyone in need, especially veterans, those working through post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, hypervigilance, nightmares, night terrors. All of our dogs are trained for psychiatric service work. In addition to those, we also, once we get to know the approved veteran and what their needs are, we can fine-tune and add specific items. Our dogs do watch, where they'll go between the legs and face backwards and literally cover that handler's six or watch their back. They touch, they create engagement, so it literally snaps that person out of a negative thought.
You know, he knows when my anxiety is starting to amp up, and he'll come over and just kind of put his head down on my lap and just let me know that he's here for me.
Shelter to Soldier is a nonprofit, and we're able to do the work that we do because of you, the community. Whether it's an individual donating $5 or whether it's a corporate donor like the Barnes firm that's supporting us and sponsoring multiple dogs that are going to make an impact in the veterans' lives in need.
There are still 20 to 22 veterans committing suicide a day. And the more that we can reach those veterans, the better chance we have to lowering that number. Him by my side 24/7 has completely turned my life around. It's not just saving both of our lives, it has made an impact on myself, Nigel, my family, my work. So yes, they definitely have saved our lives.
I want to thank Fighter Country Foundation and Luke Air Force Base for allowing us to share these amazing programs and services provided to Luke Air Force Base military men, women, and their families. Although we celebrate nationally our veterans, active military, and their families in the month of November, we should always remind ourselves daily to send positive thoughts and prayers to our military heroes. Heroes who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom, a form of freedom that is secured by our brave military men and women who sacrifice their lives daily. Let's remain committed to fostering a national community of support for these brave heroes and their families. So in observance of your bravery and sacrifice, I salute you. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.